and welcome to Titanium Talar's Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Capricorn, okay? So this is for any placement of Cappy you have in your chart. If you do, great. If not, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will mention the decks I use as I use them. If I don't, they will be in the description box below. And I will also mention in the reading when it's important for you guys to utilize your own intuition. Okay, because I'm not living your life, you're living your life. And it is super important to know how to connect with your own intuition. So, with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Cappies, because I have like 3 placements of Capricorn in my chart. They're in my outer planets, but they are still in my chart. So let's get into our cards. Yes! So please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share. And you got the 5 of summer in the upright with the 4 of winter at the bottom of the deck. And the ace of autumn and the 3 of winter in the world. Okay. Okay, so this deck that I started is the Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Now I'm going to utilize the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle to clarify. Alright. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright for the first set. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Capricorns, please come forward and share what they should expect. And you got, excuse me. And you got, it'll be the Retriever. Okay, with the Singer of Courage at the bottom of the deck, followed by Mike the Myomancer. Okay. And Fairy Guide. And the Fairies of the Future. And the Fawn. Yep. Okay. So let me read. Okay. So the tarot cards that you got are the 5 of summer, which would be the 5 of cups. Excuse me. In this deck. Alright, it says, trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Why, oh why? Concentrating on things that really aren't helping you along your way. That's okay. Sometimes we need to go through that in order to know what not to do, right? Yeah. Then you have the 4 of winter. Now the 4 of winter is the 4 of swords. So that means you are going within to figure out what you need to do in order to get out of this funk, which is basically what will help you to not repeat the same mistake again. Then you have the, well, not mistake, but the same blunder or the same mishap or what have you. Then you have the Ace of Autumn. Now, the Ace of Autumn, okay, talks of a windfall of money, advice or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. Haha! So, you figure out what you need to do, and you do it, and it brings you a lot of success. Yes. Then you have the 3 of summer, and that success is going to be celebrated. Yes, it will. It's going to be an amazing time. Then you have the World card. Now the World card talks of a brilliant success, the freedom that goes in any direction. No, freedom to go, in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Yes, that is awesome. Like a possum. Very cool. Yep. Now, the cards clarifying that are, it'll be the Retriever. Now, it'll be talks of office of unclaimed properties, hopes, wishes, loyalties. So you are staying loyal to you. You're staying loyal to creating this abundance as well as this abundance, because you want this cycle to be over in a very constructive manner. And then you have the Singer of Courage. Now the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. So you're gaining the moral strength necessary to let go of that which did not serve you in the past. You know, to move on. Which in turn will allow you to see the small clues, details everywhere, and have patience. Because Mike the Myomancer is a person who can basically foretell what is to come by observing the differences or the habits of rodents. So that is what this guy does. So he sees little clues everywhere, and he utilizes that to predict something that is on its way. Then you have Fairy Guide, which talks of direct communication from fairies. So this is, what is your intuition telling you? And this is when it is to be utilized, because I'm not going to tell you what it says. And I refuse to tell you what it says. Because basically, it's your call. Then you have the Fairies of the Future. Now the Fairies of the Future talk of be here now, guidance for moving. So in order to know what it is that you need to do, you are being asked to be present and to see what is coming. Which that in and of itself is a form of, it's a form of premonition. Because you can only predict, there are many possibilities. It's just that one of the ways that you could predict, and one of the ways that I utilize sometimes, is that you take a snapshot of the person as they are right now, and you predict a possible future due to that image that you currently see. That does not mean that it's going to be their future, but it's the future that you foresee at this moment, because that is what you are, what you have in front of you. That's all it is. Then you have the Fawn. Now the Fawn talks of understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic. And so that being able to put yourself or see, have depth of vision, that is basically being able to see cause and consequence, or no, consequence and cause, consequence and that thing. It's being able to see the thing, and then what's going to come of it, basically. It's just understanding the nature of nature, because nature does that. It's basically, it's a response from what it got. It responds. When the clouds are full of water, what happens? The response is it starts to rain. That is what it is. That is how it works. That is how our planet works. Yes. Excuse me. Alright, now, for the second set, so please, angels and guides, anyone of the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share. And you got the release card. Release card would be the death card in this deck, with the Queen of Winter at the bottom of the deck. Well, you're releasing that which no longer serves you. The Queen of... Okay, so the release card says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. And the Queen of Winter is a strong, patient, self-sufficient, and funny individual. It says, let go of people or things that no longer work for you or serve you. What was I saying? Release endings. Release things that no longer serve you. Right? Now is the time to focus on your career. Unmarried or divorced individual. Yeah. Okay. So, next I will clarify. And by the way, I use selenite on my decks in between readings. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by clarifying these two cards for the second set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you got the Green Woman. Yeah. And the Green Woman talks of natural magic, expectant gratitude, wildness, and untamable creativity. So you have become this creative person, and that's why you are feeling the need to let go of people that no longer work for you, that no longer serve you. Then you have Himself. Now, Himself talks of natural law, life force, shamanic powers, and magic. So you are able to tap into your magic. Yeah. By understanding... So you are understanding your natural magic, and you're able to tap into it willingly due to the fact that you understand it now. And that will allow you to seem impossible and be impossible to the people around you, because the undressing of salad is pretty much impossible, other than if you are a alchemist. I'm gonna write that down because that's just other than if you're Nellis the alchemist, undressing a salad is pretty darn hard. Yeah. Then you have our because Arvel Parrot is behind that, but first we have to talk of Mikkel Muckle. So that's the card that you have. Now Mikkel is appreciative for everything that he already has in his life. He notices his everyday blessings, his mixed blessings, and how much he appreciates them. And that is what he is voicing aloud, so that the universe can send him more things that he appreciates. Yep. Amazing. Now, so please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what else they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies. And then you have the King of Winter with the 10 of Spring at the bottom of the deck. And the King of Spring. Very interesting. So, the King of Spring, King of Winter, that is a knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional individual. It says, get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, unemotional relationships. Then you have the 10 of Spring. Now the 10 of Spring, okay, talks of ask for help from others, all work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. You got too much on your plate. I feel like, well, let me just read the other one, which is the King of Spring, which is an innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. It says, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. So, possibly you go and see the King of Winter in order to get like an assessment of your current business or that which you're working on. Though the assessment that they give you is very tedious and extremely challenging, and you're like, I don't know if I can do this. But then you go and consult this King of Spring, who is, because I mean, I'd see the King of Winter more as a therapist, while as the King of Spring as a businessman or a entertainer, because the King of Spring is an innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. Maybe he's both. Maybe he is mainly, business oriented, but he also has his hand in theater. Took me a moment to get that word out. It says, a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Excuse me. Yep. So, excuse me. That tedious list of things to do that the King of Winter gave you, which is like step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, like a checklist that you needed to follow, is not exactly the way that the King of Spring would have you do what you need to do in order to get to where you want to get to. Because, I mean, the King of Winter is if you look at them, I mean, this King of Winter has a white beard, okay? While as the King of Spring has no beard. He is quite, I feel like the King of Spring is in his 30s-ish, while the King of Winter is, in his 70s or 60s-ish. My cards are getting old. Okay. Why? Open. Here we go. And to clarify, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Capricorns, please come forward and share. Please come forward and share. By clarifying why these cards are here in the upright, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and clarify this third set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, and you got... Wait. You got Geo the Slow. And the Singer of Intuition. As well as the Maiden. And the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies. Which is this one. And the Journeyman. Yep, beauty. Okay. So what I see is that it is going to take you some time to move away from the King of Winter and move towards a King of Spring. In regards to what you need to do in business, because Geo the Slow talks of cycles of time, slowness, waiting, and patience. Things are happening. Then the next card, alright, is the Singer of Intuition. Now, the Singer of Intuition talks of perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. Oracular powers, awareness, and trust, as well as what I wrote, which is experience. You have, I'm talking about you, but this might be someone you're dealing with who is deciding to change professionals and go with someone that understands them better and who can relate to their situation better. Yeah, I find that is an important tidbit of information to keep in mind. That if the professional that you're working with cannot help you at this moment, or at least cannot understand where you're coming from, what is the point of working with them? I don't think there is one. Alright, because they're just going to feed you ideas that work for them, but that won't necessarily work for you. Now, you have the Maiden. And the Maiden talks of auspicious beginnings, birth, hope, growth, and joy. And so I feel like this is the deal with the King of Spring. The King of Spring will understand you more, right? And is more on your level, possibly. Might not be as unemotional as the King of Winter, but at least he's closer to you in age, possibly. Then you have the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies. Now I feel like what this is saying is that, so now you feel over the moon with joy because now you have found someone who vibrates at your same frequency, who understands where you're coming from, what you want, what you need, all of that, which the King of Winter could not because of the age gap, I feel, or the mentality gap. Now the Fairies of the future talk of the love given is love received, the metaphorical open heart surgery. I wrote on this card, positive karma. So I feel like you've done something in your reality lately that really balanced out your karma. And due to that, okay, you're now being able to move forward with your projects towards their completion and towards your next adventure, which is awesome. Okay, now, so the fourth set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Capricorn, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies, please come forward and share. And you got renewal, which is judgment, which is Libra energy. I'm a Libra. Haha. I came out of my own reading. Then you have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. Okay. Then you have strength, which is Leo energy. Whoa, majors. 3 majors. Whoa. So, let me just make space. So, the renewal card here, alright, talks of review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life's purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. Haha. Yes. You are releasing judgment of yourself and others. You are now in the right, okay, so the judgment, I feel like it's for the king of winter, probably, that they did not do their job right, they did not benefit you, and why did they take your money if they didn't do shit? Like, they didn't get you to where you need to get to. I feel like well, I mean, they did work. You worked as well, but it just wasn't the right fit at the time. You know, maybe it's going to change at some point. I feel like that's why Geo the Slow came out, because it wasn't time at that point. Maybe now it is. And then you have the Emperor. Now the Emperor, okay, talks of use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized. A firm but compassionate leader. So you gotta you gotta use logic and structure to get to where you want to get to. Which is quite interesting, because this week, as I have 3 Capricorn placements in my chart, I kind of had something like that. Something like that happen. Though, in my case, that was the King of Winter, which I had dealings with in the past. And now I met her, well, it was a woman. So it doesn't necessarily have to be gender specific, just as long as the idea is the same. The energy that is brought by the people is the same. So, yeah. So that person came back, and I was like, we'll see, maybe something changed. But that understanding if it is the right timing will also demand a lot of strength on your part. Yep, a lot of strength. And also the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Yes, you are. I feel like things have been lining up, you know, in order to help you make this big leap towards what it is you want and need. And maybe the person that just came back into your life from the past is only meant to help you achieve your objectives quicker. If I can fit these back in, it'd be nice. Okay, now the next card, I will clarify that with the Brian Froud's Oracle. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Cappies. Notice the Alchemist popped out. Please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Okay, so we got the Master Maker pointing towards focus. the Master Maker pointing towards the right. Now, cards pointing towards the right to me mean that they are happening quickly or they're happening in the future. How deep a future, I have no idea. But if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it's definitely going to come to pass. Alright? Yes. Then at the bottom of the deck, you have Penelope Dreamweaver. Now, Penelope, alright, talks of inspiration, magical dreams, and visions. Yep. As well as List of the Shadows, which talks of healing the shadows and gaining confidence in the process. And honesty. So there is a part that you need to be honest with yourself about something, because honesty talks of honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit. I don't know if self-deceit is relevant here, but there's definitely, well, I mean, if you weren't honest with yourself in the past, you were deceiving yourself partly. And so that is what this is saying. It's time to clear the board and get back to grassroots. To get, not it's brass roots. That would be talking about jazz, wouldn't it? Excuse me if I don't, not excuse me, well, I'm not sure. So if someone can validate, that'd be awesome. But, so I heard grassroots, or, which could be brass roots. But really, like, at the bottom of it all, it's getting to the root of the issue and fixing it from there. So, my gorgeous Cappies, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Cappies, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!